Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's topic is liver disease, specifically fatty liver disease. Over 3 decades ago, most people hadn't even heard of fatty liver disease. If they heard of fatty liver disease, they were told it was associated with heavy alcohol consumption. Today, over 30% of the world's population has fatty liver disease. In general population, not even 5% of that is associated with heavy alcohol consumption. And for the past several years, we've seen big numbers among children, and these numbers are growing faster than ever. And children don't drink alcohol. So what's causing fatty liver disease, which is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, among non-alcohol drinkers or moderate drinkers? It's fructose, high fructose corn syrup, which is added to about 75% of the product at the grocery store. And so many drinks, from the soft drink, juices, energy drinks, and many more. And most people consume these products on a daily basis. And our liver does not metabolize the fructose and the alcohol the same way, but both can lead to similar negative health outcomes and symptoms. An early stage of fatty liver disease, the symptoms are very mild. People might have a little bit of itchy skin or minor pain in the right shoulder or pressure on the right side below the rib cage. They brush it off until symptoms worsen or other serious symptoms appear. So it's so crucial to reverse the fatty liver disease because it's closely associated with the metabolic syndrome, which is a group of conditions like high blood pressure, insulin resistance, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and many more. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the symptoms so you can watch out for them and briefly explain them, why they appear. And by end of the video, I'm going to provide you with a proper diet and some home remedies so you would be able to reverse your fatty liver disease within just a few weeks. As a disclaimer, this video is just for educational purposes and it's not intended for any medical advice. So let's go through the symptoms. Number one, light colored stool. Our liver makes a fluid, it's called bile, stored in gallbladder, and it's responsible to break down the fats and aid in digestion. And once the liver is compromised, this bile turns into the sludge in a gallbladder, and bile flow through the bile duct is reduced. Because of this condition, digestion is impaired and fats are not broken down properly. The stool appears lighter color, like a khaki color. And you may also notice that your stool is floating in the toilet water. Number two, swollen foot or ankle, specifically the right foot. It's called edema. And this could be a kidney issue too. We're not going to talk about kidney today. And our liver, one of the main jobs of the liver is to remove the toxins from our blood and produce and synthesize proteins in our blood. So once the liver is not working properly, these proteins are reduced and depleted. And some of the symptoms are related to those proteins. Swollen right foot, there is a protein, it's called albumin. It's responsible maintaining fluid balance in our blood. Once it's reduced, fluid leaks out into the surrounding tissue and accumulates in the foot or ankle. And the reason for that is the gravity pulls it downward towards the foot. And the next one is a poor vision at night or anywhere there's not enough light. This is because another protein being reduced. It's called retinol binding protein, which is the transporter of vitamin A to the retina in the eye. So less protein available, less vitamin A gets transported to the retina in the eye. Number four is a right side pressure or pain. This is right below the rib cage, and it's a very common one. And this is not the liver, this is a gallbladder. Once the bile turns into the sludge in the gallbladder, cause inflammation, and inflammation results in pain and discomfort. And also there is a nerve running from the neck all the way to diaphragm. It's called phrenic nerve. And because it's very close to the gallbladder, when the gallbladder is inflamed, it irritates this nerve. You may experience some pain in the right shoulder. Next one is a yellowish growth, which is the cholesterol deposits. And when the liver is not working properly, it cannot process and break down cholesterol efficiently. And this yellowish growth appears on the skin, especially around the eyelid. The one after is dry mouth, especially as you're waking up in the morning. This is due to the same protein, albumin, which is responsible to maintain a fluid balance in the blood. Once this protein is reduced, the blood volume is lower and makes you feel that you're dehydrated. And also at this point, the salivary gland does not make enough saliva anymore. The one after is red and purple patches on the skin. Normally appears on the back of your wrist on lower part of the leg. This is due to another protein, it's called fibrinogen, which is responsible for blood clotting. And once this protein is reduced, causes the bleeding under the skin. That's why these purple patches or red patches appear on the skin. The one after is losing hair on the legs. This is not fully understood. Normally, it's upper thigh and below the knee. But a lot of people have reported that. Next one is cracked heels. This is due to deficiency in vitamin B3 or niacin. One of the main jobs of the vitamin B3 is to keep our skin smooth and shiny. So when the liver is damaged, trying to use some of these vitamin B3 to fix itself and leave less available in the body. The one after is called jaundice, yellowish of the skin and whites of the eye. God forbid if you have this symptom, you should seek help right away. This is a serious one. This is happening because when our red blood cells break down at the end of their life, they produce a waste product is called bilirubin, and our liver is supposed to get rid of it. So when you have a fatty liver disease, this bilirubin builds up in the blood because liver cannot get rid of them completely. So it builds up in the blood and it gives a yellowish color to the skin and whites of the eye. The one after is dark urine. It's the same thing with the bilirubin build up in the blood, and through the kidney, some of this bilirubin ends up appearing in your urine, and urine becomes darker or orange color. Next one is the itchy skin. This is because of the elevated bile salt in the blood, which is part of the bile. And once it's elevated, it irritates the nerve ending in the skin, causes itchiness. And you might feel the itchiness from head to toe, but the severe itchiness normally appears between the elbow and the wrist. The one after is called spider veins. This is because of the elevated estrogen. Once the liver is not functioning properly, cannot get rid of the excess estrogen. So excess estrogen can cause the veins to dilate and make them more visible. And it's normally bluish color with the extension of like a reddish. And you might notice it on your leg, on your thigh, below the knee, and also on your face. And this is more common in women. And the last one is a over-the-counter painkiller like acetaminophen, ibuprofen. Taking them regularly eventually is going to damage the liver severely. And the liver has 4 stages. When it's healthy, you don't have any of these symptoms, you feel good, everything is good. Then it goes to the next stage, which is the fatty liver. When the liver is inflamed, you might have some of these symptoms. By the way, not everybody is going to have all the symptoms. And if it's not stopped there and the lifestyle continues the same way, it's going to next stage, which is called fibrosis, scar tissue. And if it's not stopped there and it keeps going, it's going to end up to the stage is called cirrhosis, which is required liver transplant. So you don't want to go there. You want to stop the fatty liver as soon as possible. Before I start talking about the diet, whatever you've been doing so far that caused your fatty liver has to stop first. If it's alcohol or all these processed food with high fructose corn syrup, including the soft drinks. So what not to consume? Over 80% of the product at the grocery store. There's thousands of items. I cannot name them in this video and I don't know them and I don't want to know them. But I can give you a short list along with the home remedies that I'm going to get to it within a couple of minutes or a few minutes. Then you would be able to reverse your fatty liver within just a few weeks. So let's go through the diet. Your diet should be about good quality proteins and fats, like grass-fed meat, grass-fed organs, grass-fed butter, pasture-raised eggs. And you also should include the probiotic like kimchi, sauerkraut to improve your gut microbiome. And also you have to add a lot of veggies like radishes, green onion, kale, spinach, coriander. Coriander is so good for the liver, and parsley. And also you can add some legumes to your diet. And if you want to add some rice once in a while here and there, that's perfectly fine, as long as you start your food in the right order. So start with your veggie or salad. So you create a layer so you don't allow the starch turns into the sugar quickly. You can also add some fruits to your diet, not to make your diet very boring, like avocado, oranges, pomegranate, figs, pears, but not the juices, just the whole fruit. And also you should eat slower. Take your time to eat. In North America especially, a lot of people is like somebody's chasing them when they're eating. You have to slow down your eating because by science it's proven can lead to metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, insulin resistance, and other diseases. So you have to take your time when you're eating. And also you can add a lot of fish to your diet, like sardine, anchovies, mackerel, wild salmon. Not only you get the good quality omega-3 fatty acid, you get the minerals that you need, like iron, zinc, selenium, potassium, calcium, iodine, which a lot of people are deficient in iodine. And no more snacking. And your snack should be around the nuts, like a walnut, almond, chia seeds. And for sugar craving, you can have a couple of dates. And also your cooking oil, I'm not going to name the bad oil, I'm just going to give you 4 of them. Your cooking oil should be butter, olive oil, tallow, beef tallow, or ghee. And every one of them has a different smoke point. Butter should be below medium, olive oil should be medium, and beef tallow and ghee can go over medium heat. And some people might say, how about fasting? A lot of people on the social media recommend fasting, but personally I don't recommend fasting. What do you need to fast? Fasting is for the people that their portion of their food is a tray, not a plate. And because by you changing your diet, first of all, quitting sugar, you're going to have a lot of stress. Your body is going to be under a lot of stress. Probably first couple of days you're going to be pulling your hair. And you don't need to add another stress to your body. By the way, when you finish your meal at 8 o'clock, for example, and you go to bed at 11 o'clock, and you wake up 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, itself is a fasting. How many hours was that? Almost 11 hours? 12 hours? So you don't need to really fast, just eat properly. So let's go through the home remedies. Number 1, black cumin seed oil. This is not the seed oil you hear on social media. This is a healing seed oil. Because of the powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties it has, the study have shown it may improve insulin sensitivity, it may reduce the elevated liver enzymes, and protect the liver cells, and also reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. I take 1.5 teaspoon every morning myself. And if you don't have that available, you can take olive oil, like a 1 tablespoon or 2, and make sure it's a good quality. How do you know it's a good quality? When you take olive oil, it should leave a bitterness within a couple of seconds at the back of your tongue, and more bitterness, higher quality. Next one is beets. Again, powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Beets also contain a compound, it's called betaine. Indirectly, for some reason, thins the bile sludge in the gallbladder and reduce the inflammation and the pain. And the next one, red cabbages, again, powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, because you want to get rid of the inflammation. Inflammation causes the fatty liver in the first place. And the one after turmeric, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. You can take turmeric, make sure you take it with the fat because it's a fat soluble. And you can add a pinch of black pepper. And also, if you have fenugreek available, you can add a fenugreek to it because it's going to take it to the next level, the effectiveness of curcumin in plasma and the tissues. And if you're a pregnant woman, do not, I hope no pregnant woman suffers from the fatty liver disease, do not add the fenugreek. And you have to consider something. All of these guys, they have blood pressure lowering effects. And if you're on some kind of medication, like a blood pressure medication, you want to check with your doctor. You don't want to take your blood pressure too low. And as your symptoms are getting milder, it's just telling you that your liver is in healing process. And once the symptoms are gone, it means your fatty liver probably is cured. And you can check with your doctor with just the ultrasound, you can confirm that. And I hope this video has been helpful for everyone. Share the video with loved ones and friends that might benefit from it. Thank you so much for watching. So see you in next video.